Hi, my name is Fiji McAlpine. This class focuses on our shoulders and binds as a way of releasing tension in the shoulders to create more freedom in our asanas. For this class, you will need a strap or something like a strap to give length to the arms. We're going to start with the strap at the front of your mat. Please, again, move at your own pace, take any modifications that you need to, and enjoy. So make your way to a comfortable seated pose. Take your hands and actually broaden the foundation that you have in the physical body. And then allow yourself to feel the foundation sinking down towards the floor. Sliding your hands forward and back along the legs, finding a place where your hands rest, your elbows bend, and your shoulders can drop down. And taking a moment to close your eyes, tuning out of that external gaze and opening up to the internal gaze. And with your eyes closed, let's explore the range of motion in our shoulders as they are at the beginning of our practice. So drawing the shoulder blades all the way up towards your earlobes, scooping them back in towards the spine, and then dropping them straight down towards the mat. And do that shoulder roll 2 or 3 more times, demonstrating to your mind how much mobility we actually do have in these joints. After the third and final shoulder roll, allow your shoulders to remain down towards your hips. Bring your chin slightly in towards your throat and start to lift up through the crown of your head, even your ears. With your eyes closed now, bring your awareness into the calm and smooth nature of your breath. Slow and steady inhale. Full, complete exhale. With your hands on your legs, start to slide the fingertips down towards the floor. Rotate the palms towards the front of the room, thumbs turning out. Allow your eyes to once again open, keeping your gaze soft down the cheeks towards the floor. Bring your hands together now at your heart center, lightly touching the palms. And as you breathe in and out, feel your breath passing over your fingertips. Feel your heart gently beating against your hands. And let yourself feel with your heart the intention of your practice. As we focus on shoulders today, we're also releasing tension around the shoulders, knowing that the shoulders themselves are very closely associated to the heart chakra. As you breathe in and out, the electromagnetic impulse that's so strong in the heart, 60 times stronger than that of the brain, starts to permeate each and every one of your cells, allowing your breath to fall in rhythm with the beat of your heart. And with that next inhale from your heart, reach up. As you exhale, bring your hands down onto the shins and scoop your fingertips around the shins. Starting to open up the thoracic region of the spine, bend the elbows and pull the elbows nice and close to the ribs. Feel traction across the top of the shoulders. As you feel that traction, bend your elbows a little more to deliver the heart towards the sky. Take your gaze up, even lift through the chin, the throat. And then as you exhale, draw the chin back in, but keep bending your elbows so that traction remains in the top of the shoulders, and roll your left earlobe down towards your left shoulder. Feel the side of your neck open as you pull the right shoulder towards the floor, in towards the tailbone, and reach your right ear in the opposite direction. Bring the head back to center. Maintain the traction, strong gripping with your hands, pulling with your elbows. And now bring your right earlobe to your right shoulder. Feel the left shoulder pulling down. As you're doing this, as you're experiencing or tasting that sweet discomfort in the shoulders, make sure that the breath is calm and steady. And again, bring the head back to center. Now release the tension in the shoulders. Feel your heart roll back, arms soften. Inhale to reach both hands up. Exhale, pull the hands straight down through the core line and reach them out in front of you, coming onto your fingertips, not your palms. Take a moment and ground back into the tailbone, back of the pelvis, and then crawl the fingertips forward, keeping your palms elevated, elbows elevated, as your chest, your armpits, and eventually your forehead begin to drop down. With your next inhale, push into your fingertips to lengthen your arms. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders onto the back body, hinge at your hips, and move the chest towards the floor. Now keep your chest moving down as you walk your hands all the way over to the right. Keep the left sit bone anchored to the floor. Use your fingers again, not your palms. Take an inhale here, get long through the left side of your waist. Exhale, try and kiss your heart to your right knee. With that next inhale, walk the hands again back to center. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the left-hand side. Get nice and long here as you inhale, pushing the right fingers into the floor, the right hip grounds. Exhale, try and kiss your left knee with your heart. Inhale again, the hands come back to center. Looking up towards your hands, exhale to flatten the palms and then pull yourself up onto your hands and your knees. So we'll come to the front of the mat with the hands, coming into tabletop position, hooking your 10 toes under. Before we go into the shoulders with the strap, we'll warm the body up first, preparing the body and the connective tissue to go a little bit deeper in our practice. As you inhale, let the bottom of the rib cage dip down towards your mat. Pull your shoulders in towards one another, onto your back and in towards your hips. And then take the crown of the head to the sky. The gaze is forward and the neck is neutral. As you spiral the inner eye of your elbow towards the front of the mat, your elbows soften just a little bit, hugging in. Tilting the pelvis, the tailbone is lifting, the full spine is arching. Now reversing this as you exhale, deep angry cat. Tuck the chin, lift through the back of your heart. Let the shoulder blades go as wide as they can on the back of your torso. Ground down into the heel of your hand and the big toe mound. And then again, inhale now to a neutral spine. As you exhale, push into your hands, float your knees 2 to 3 inches off of the floor, bring your weight forward into your fingertips. Work your big toes together so that your feet feel like they're touching. Keep your knees pushing together, and exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Push into your hands and lower the forehead to the place between your 2 elbows. Inhale to come forward, knees hover. Exhale, push back. Third, final round. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Inhale, come forward. Now pivot your toes to the left side of your mat. Turn your knees in that direction, but equal out the pressure in your hands and lift your right shoulder back up. Now bend your knees and push into your hands to take your hips back. Try and lift your right shoulder and drop your forehead. Breathe into that area of tension under the shoulder blades. Inhale, come back to center. Same thing, opposite side. Toes and knees to the right. Exhale, bring the hips back. Lift the left shoulder higher now. Drop the forehead. Make sure you're still breathing. Inhale again, come back to center. And exhale into downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy here. Let's move around in the legs. Bend alternating knees, almost like you're a kitten kneading a soft blanket. Try and ease your way into your hamstrings, into your shoulders. Focus first on releasing the spine, the weight of your head, 10 to 15 pounds. Once you find a little bit more stillness in the body, in the frame of the pose, start to make subtle adjustments to the width of the feet so that your big toes are placed 1 fist distance apart and your hands are at shoulder distance. Now again, take a long inhale, find length in your spine, and exhale, increase the hinging at your hip. Let your chest drop. Inhale, lift the heels nice and high, push the ankles forward. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your belly towards your thighs. Lift the sit bones, try and pull them away from one another. One more inhale here. As you exhale, push the heels firmly back and down. And then on that next inhale, come forward to plank. Hold plank here, draw the shoulders onto the back. Look down between the fingertips, and again, notice that the hands pushing into the floor feel even pressure between all of your fingertips. Inner eye of the elbow is again spiraling towards the front of the room. As you exhale, bend your elbows and come all the way down onto the floor. Nice flat belly. Draw the 10 toes onto the mat, come onto your fingertips, hug the shoulder blades in towards the spine and pull them firmly down towards the hips. Anchor through the pubic bone. Inhale, Bhujangasana, coming up to your cobra pose. The intention here is to warm the muscles that line your spine. So try and use those muscles to pull the shoulders towards the hips until you feel them light up and actually get warm. As you exhale, release back down. Same thing now, inhale, look over your right shoulder towards your right heel and pull your left shoulder back so your collarbone still remains parallel to the front of the mat. Exhale to release back to center. Over the left shoulder now, loop it in towards the spine, look towards the heel, pull your right shoulder back, feel broad across the chest. Exhale, release back down. Flatten both hands, look to the floor, hook your 10 toes under. Inhale, come all the way back up to high plank like you're pushing the earth away from you, and stabilize through your legs on the exhale. Finding shoulder stability, one of the best things that we can do to remediate or prevent shoulder injury. Strain as well. So take your breath into the back body, feel your back getting longer, feel the front body engaging to support you and lifting up away from the floor. As you exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath here, gaze back between your feet. Again, 1 fist distance between the big toes. With your next inhale, lift your heels nice and high. Look towards your hands and step lightly between your thumbs. Come to the front of the mat, keep your knees soft, grab onto opposite elbows, coming into waterfall pose. This is a passive forward fold to begin. So let's give the body a little peace offering. We're going into the shoulders, an area that already has layers of resistance and guards. So we want to offer some peace, being soft. Take a few cycles of breath here. Try and actually move your forehead towards your forearms. Allow the crown of the head to move down towards the floor. Wiggle the toes if you feel like you're gripping your toes unnecessarily. Increase the rhythm of your breath if you notice that you're holding when you go upside down. And then soften your knees. Let's actually take the knees into the front of the chest to open up the back of the chest. Drop your hips to the level of your kneecap. And now start to pull your elbows towards the floor. Keep releasing your head and feel your knees actually drive your heart up towards the sky. A little more pressure in the front of the chest, sink your hips, actively dropping into your heels, broaden through the upper back, breathe into that little triangle of tension behind the heart. Now from here, lift the hips back up, release your hands like they're pooling under your shoulders, and you could pour the contents of your mind out into your open hands. Keep your knees nice and soft now as we roll the spine all the way up to standing. Bring your head and your shoulders up last. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down. And come to a standing position, Tadasana, at the very front of your mat. On the next inhale, reach the hands forward, up, and join the palms towards one another. As you exhale, bring your hands down into your heart. And again, feel your heart beating against your thumbs. Breath on your fingertips. Lift your toes, flare the toes wide, and then re-release them down into the floor. Feel that strong, solid connection. From your heart, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come straight down. Halfway lift, inhale. Active forward fold, exhale, push the hands into the floor and gaze between your legs. Hug your elbows in and put a little more pressure into the hands than you actually feel in your feet, so that eventually you can imagine what it would feel like to hop up into handstand from this position. On the next inhale, step your legs back one at a time. Find your high plank. Find stability here. Now coming down only halfway or even less in Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows collecting at your ribs, shoulders are on your back, not out to the side or rolling forward. Flip the legs one at a time, and then simply straighten your arms. Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Chin in towards your throat, ears lift, crown of the head is lifting. And then as you exhale, soften your elbows. Flip your feet, push into plank, and into downward facing dog for 3 cycles of breath. Flipping the feet in such a fashion encourages you to use your strong legs and not overburden the shoulders or weaken in the lower belly. When your third exhale is complete, lift your heels, look to your hands, and step lightly between them. Halfway lift, inhale. Active forward fold, exhale. Inhale to ground through the heels, reach the hands forward and come all the way up. We'll do one more round of Surya Namaskara. A, exhale, hands to heart. From your heart, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull through the core line, come all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, make the number 7 with your body. Active forward fold, exhale, push the hands into the floor, look back between your legs. Inhale, step back into plank. And exhale, halfway down or less. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stay now for only one cycle of breath, all the way in. Exhale all the way out. And with your next inhale, lift your heels. Look to your hands, step or lightly hop between them. Halfway lift and active fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Release the hands down beside the hips. Take your hands and reach your hands back behind your hips. Palms face one another as though you're actually squeezing onto an imaginary beach ball behind you. Flare the fingers and reach back. Now from here, bend your elbows so you can interlace your fingers, and then again work your arms straight. Inhale to broaden across the chest. Let the shoulder blades loop in towards one another. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your belly down onto your thighs, your heart onto your kneecaps, and your gaze towards the floor. Now, if you wish to go deeper into this pose, taking your legs straighter, do so by pushing into your heels and keeping the connection with your torso and your thighs, pointing the crown of your head down towards your feet and letting your knuckles reach out towards the floor in front of you. Slow, steady, even cycles of breath. Now from here, again, soften your knees. Try and keep your hands as far forward as you can as you drop your hips back towards your heels. Now from here, the thumbs come down to rest on the back of the pelvis. Lift the chest up slightly, release the bond of your hands towards the floor, reach the hands out in front of you, and then inhale the arms up, Utkatasana. Gazing down, soften the shoulders, soften your jaw and lengthen your neck. As you exhale, active forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, now lift your right leg towards the sky. As you do this, roll the right hip back down, even the pressure in your hands, and drop your forehead. Full flexion into the lifted ankle. So your toenails are curling in towards your shin, just as they would be if the foot was on the floor. Now exhale the right foot forward. Bring the right foot between your hands, lower the left knee. Keep the left toes hooked under. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to sink down into the hips. Inhale, reach your fingers back. Exhale to release into the shoulders. Stay for the next inhale. And then bring both hands to the floor, exhale. Inhale to your high plank. Lift the left knee, step your right leg back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, left leg to sky. Lifting from the inner thigh so that your hips can stay even. Even out the pressure in the shoulders and the hands. Let your head hang, full flexion in that left foot. One more inhale. Step the left foot forward, exhale. Right knee on the floor. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sink with the hips. Inhale, fingers reach back. Exhale, release the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale to your high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So the shoulders are getting a little warmer now. Starting to feel the shoulders as they move around in the shoulder girdle, maintaining their ability to stay on your back. With that next inhale, take your right leg back to the sky. Exhale to step it through. Keep your left heel lifted, and let's take hold of the strap with the right hand. On your next inhale, reach both hands up. As you exhale, find your exalted base. Let's soften the left knee, square off the pelvis, draw the tailbone under so we feel a deeper connection with our foundation, and you feel the alignment in the hips. The shoulders can relax. The breath can soften just a little bit if it's increasing in its pace. Now let your left hand drop. When your left hand is dropping, the strap in your right hand is going to be used to connect these two hands together. Now bend your right elbow and bring this strap and your fist to the back of your heart. Tuck your chin and let your head bow forward. And then move your elbow behind your head. Try and actually wiggle the right fingertips down your spine towards your tailbone. Take your left hand up your spine. Find the strap, anywhere where you can hold. And then take your gaze forward. Use the strong neck muscles to help you go deeper in your right shoulder. Now with your next inhale, let's straighten that back leg. Exhale, bend the knee, tuck the tail. 2 more times like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, lift. And lower. Now float the ribs back in if they're lifting. Push the left leg straight to hover the chest over your right leg and take your gaze down. Work your hands in 2 different directions energetically, but keep them bound on the strap. And then from here, bring your left heel down to the mat, left toes turning out to the side like you're doing warrior 2 in your legs. Sweep the left shoulder back, draw the right shoulder under. Keep breathing. Deep bend in your right knee, rolling over towards the pinky toe. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, sink down. Inhale, straighten the right leg with a smile if the right leg's getting warm. And exhale, bend the knee, go a little deeper. Again, work your right elbow up, left elbow down. Turn the pelvis and the chest to face the long side of your mat. And again, try and take your gaze out in front of you. Nice long regal neck. With your next inhale, straighten your right leg. Pull the right toes around, angle the toes inward. Push into the outer edges of the feet. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips and try and take your right elbow to point towards the floor. Go down only as low as you need to find resistance. Stay there and breathe. Now in this wide-legged variation of forward fold, try and energetically move your inner ankle towards your outer ankle. Push the inner arch of the foot up and feel the outer edge of the feet ground. Inhale, strong legs come all the way back up. As you exhale, bend your right knee and turn the toes forward again. Now keep holding on to your strap with your left hand as you release your right hand to the sky. Right hand forward, left hand back, unfolding into warrior 2 with incredible freedom in the shoulders. There should be so much more mental effort that can be spread through the rest of the body now that the shoulders aren't gripping. Feel your arms as though your arms are actually floating here, effortlessly, forward and back. Slow, steady, even cycles of breath. On that next inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Now take the right hand to the instep of the right foot. Fingertips only touch. Left hand and the strap are directly overhead. Stacking yourself wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Now notice the right shoulder is under the left shoulder. That's what we're trying to maintain. The strap is giving us the ability to maintain integrity in the pose, not sacrificing alignment just so that we can bind ourselves up together. That wouldn't be giving us freedom at all. It would be taking it away. Now let's bend the left elbow and turn the palm away from you like you're being arrested for doing bondage yoga. That's kind of what we're doing. Take your right hand and just pat yourself on the back of your right leg. You're doing a great job. If you can, take your fingertips around the strap. Now notice that I'm doing this without dropping my left shoulder forward. If you have to drop the shoulder forward, it means you need to grab lower on the strap. And that's not a bad thing. Work your way into this pose however you need to. With alignment, we want the left shoulder and left side rib cage above the right shoulder and right side rib cage. Now with your strap, I want you to scoop the strap down towards your tailbone. Pull your hips forward, lean your chest back. If it's available in your neck, take your gaze up and breathe. Now let's release the right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky without being Indiana Jones, careful of your strap, and bring that left hand down. Place the strap gently at the front of your mat, lift your left heel up, turning the pelvis to line up to the front of your mat, and bring your left knee down. Now the benefits of doing that long series is that our right leg should be quite warm. So we're going to utilize that heat by flaring the right toes, rolling to the outer edge of your right foot. Stay here, or if you can go lower or deeper into this pose, come down to elbows and forearms. Now the association with our shoulder girdle and our pelvic girdle is a very close one. They're linked together. And when we have this sensation of tension in the shoulders, we can often feel that same sensation in the hips. So they're working on stabilizing the upper body and the lower body independently. So being aware that if we have tension in one, there might be tension in the other. So working shoulders and hips at the same time is really beneficial. Let's come into the bottom of your right foot again. Bring yourself onto your palms and straighten your arms. From here, lift your left kneecap up off the floor. Let's take the right hand just for fun and tuck it behind the heel. Bring it to the outer edge of the foot. Like you're doing Chaturanga Dandasana, bend your elbows. Try and tuck your right shoulder behind your right knee. Like you're doing high plank pose, straighten your arms. Your right foot should float. On the next inhale, snap your right leg to your left leg. Find yourself in high plank. And exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's take a few cycles of breath here. Just noticing the difference between the right side of the body, the rational masculine side, the left side of the body. The body has that tendency to bring balance back in or desire to bring balance back in. So the left leg is pretty eager to lift. So let's take the heel up. As you lift the left heel, make sure the pressure in your hands and shoulders is even. And then as you exhale, step the left foot forward. As you do this, keep your right kneecap lifted. Grab hold of the strap now with your left hand. And slowly, carefully, inhale, come up. Exhale to bend your front and back knee. The ability to move around in the hips, pelvis, little pelvic tilt. Tailbone tucks under, pubic bone is lifting up towards the sternum. From here, let's let the right hand drop. Slow your breath. Steady your gaze out in front of you. And then bend your left elbow. Take the fist and the strap to the back of your heart. Tuck your chin, bow the head forward. And as you do this, really wiggle the hand down and the elbow behind your head. Bending your right elbow, thread the hand up the spine, grab anywhere you can on the strap, and then take your gaze forward. As you take the gaze forward again, you're using the neck muscles to push back into your arm, deepening the shoulder. Let the rib cage float back in. Let the third chakra simmer back down. And then from here, inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Third and final time, inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, straighten the leg and take the chest forward. You're coming forward to a hover, not collapsing. Working your arms and your shoulders, finding the resistance where it exists, working it and meeting it with your breath. Pull the elbow forward and pull the right elbow back. Then bring your right heel to the floor, turn your right toes to the side like you're doing warrior two in your legs. Draw your left shoulder under, pull the right shoulder back, and try and kiss the left side of your waist to your left thigh. From here, inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale into warrior two legs. And again, work the strap. Feel your left elbow lifting, right elbow pulling down. Straighten that left leg, smile, bend the knee, go deeper. From here, try and work energetically into both feet so that it feels like you're stretching your mat. Feel the hips and shoulders working together at the same time. Inhale, straighten the left leg, pull the toes in. As you exhale, push into your feet, keep the charge in your legs, hinge at your hips, and bring your left elbow towards the floor. A little core contraction here is going to help you drop your belly between your two thighs, energetically pushing into the outer edges of the feet to lift the inner ankle. Keep hold of the strap, keep hold of your bind. As you inhale, use those strong legs to come back up. As you exhale, we're going to turn the left toes forward, bend the knee. Keep holding onto your strap now with your right hand. Reach that left hand skyward, out in front of you, palm turned down. Reach the right hand back to find full variation of warrior two. Again, freedom in the shoulders here. Notice that the hands feel lighter. Notice that they feel longer, that the light from your heart can actually radiate out into your two arms. Then from here, bring your left hand down to the instep of your left foot. Take your right hand towards the sky. Stack yourself wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. As you do this, feel your shoulder blades spreading like wings away from the back of your heart. Try and maintain that space. Left shoulder and rib cage are stacked under the right shoulder and rib cage. That part doesn't change. Bend your right elbow again, same position. You're being a yoga rock star. Take that right shoulder blade, roll it in towards your spine here. Keep it lifting. Now take your left hand and just pat yourself on the left leg. If it's available to you, grab anywhere on the strap. Maybe it's quite low down. Try and maintain the integrity in the stacking of your shoulders and in your chest. Deepen the bend in your left knee. Slide the strap now down towards your hips and your tailbone. Use your strap to move the pelvis forward, lean the chest back. Take your gaze up. Slow, steady, even cycles of breath. Then from here, release the left hand to the floor. Right hand floats very carefully to the sky. And then bringing that strap to the floor at the top of your mat. Lift your right heel up, square the pelvis, drop your right kneecap down. From here, we're going to flex the left toes, lifting them towards the shin. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot. If it's available to go a little deeper, you can come down to your elbows and forearms. Your breath is still moving through you. And again, allow your jaw to soften. Try and notice the beating heart inside of your chest. Notice how releasing tension in the shoulders allows that natural light that each and every one of us hold inside to just radiate a little more easily. And let's bring that left foot flat. Come onto your palms, straighten your arms. Lift your right kneecap off the floor. Tuck your left hand behind your left heel to the outer edge of the foot. Like you're doing chaturanga, bend your elbows, wiggle the left shoulder behind. Like you're doing high plank, straighten your arms, float your left foot. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath here. Notice now how the left side feels just as energized as the right did. Shoulders are feeling nice and warm. On that next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, bring your knees to the floor. And then set your knees to the full width of your mat. Release your 10 toes to point back. And let's bring the tailbone down towards your heels, resting between your heels. If you can, separate your hands wider than the shoulders and come down to your chin and your chest. Coming into a wide-legged variation of child's pose. If it's too much to bring the chin to the floor, you can always place the forehead on the mat. Now try and take a few cycles of breath here. As you do, breathe into the back of the shoulders, the back of the pelvis. The shoulders have been worked quite a bit here, so we're going to give them a little more restorative love. Let's bring ourselves upright with the torso, walking the hands closer to the knees. Just going deeper into that connective tissue, take your left hand a bit farther forward, but keep the arm energized. Take your right hand as you inhale, reach it out to the side. As you exhale, thread it underneath your left, palm turns up, landing on the back of your right arm, dropping onto the back of your right shoulder, bringing your right earlobe to the floor. Now crawl the left fingertips forward and even over to the right side of the room. So away from your gaze, eventually taking that left arm completely out of your peripheral gaze. Now you can stay here, or if you can work it a little bit deeper, lift your left shoulder and take it back. Drag your right shoulder blade away from the spine and breathe into that space you're creating through traction. You can work your inner thighs using your knees here to increase or decrease the sensations. Now from here, slowly invite your left hand back in. Once you can see your left hand in front of your nose, push down into that hand and bring yourself up onto both hands. Set your right hand a bit farther forward and in towards the center as the left hand floats. Inhale. Exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right, landing on the back of your arm, outside of the left shoulder, and your left earlobe. Now crawl the right fingertips forward and even over to the left side of the room. Try and take your right shoulder up and even roll it back. And again, it's just tiny pulsations with your breath. Every inhale, you're going for more length and separation. Every exhale, you're surrendering into the space that you discover. And very slowly bring that right hand back in. And the minute you see it in front of your nose, push into the right palm and bring your left hand down to the floor. From here, we'll crawl the hands forward, shoulder distance apart. Come back up onto our knees, hook the 10 toes under, and return to the position of downward facing dog, looking back between the 2 feet. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. With your left heel still lifted, inhale, reach both hands straight up towards the sky to your exalted warrior. As you exhale, reach the hands forward. Lower the left heel down to the instep without your strap. Turn your chest. Find freedom in the shoulders and the arms. Inhale, come up to warrior 2, palms rotating down. Still try and feel light and animated through your arms and your shoulders. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the instep of your right foot. Take your left hand straight up towards the sky. And then 3 big, beautiful strokes, reaching the left hand out beyond the top of your head, palm turned down. Exhale the hand towards the floor and back to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift the hand up. Try and make this movement originate from the shoulder and be soft, round, and smooth. Inhaling on the up. Exhaling on the down. Last time, inhale. As you exhale, pause at side angle pose, palm turning down. Pelvis is moving forward like you had the strap encouraging the hips. Shoulders rolling back. From here, inhale to warrior 2. As you exhale, spiral both hands to mat, lift your left heel. Inhale to take your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Full flexion in your foot. As you inhale, start to lift the right knee up, turning your pelvis towards the ceiling without lifting your right shoulder. So the tendency is to turn or rotate the whole body, but let's make this a bit of a twist by stabilizing the shoulder girdle, right armpit pushing down, right hand anchors, lifting the pelvic girdle, right hip lifts, right heel towards the tailbone. Keep working that twist and breathe. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg, lower the hip. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Inhale to your plank or a one-legged plank, it's your choice. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Take a full cycle of breath here, all the way in, all the way out. With that next inhale, lift your left leg, lifting from the inner thigh. Exhale, step it through. Right heel is lifted. Inhale to your exalted base. Arms reach straight up. As you exhale, sink down and in. And then reach forward with your chest. Left shoulder is going to scoop under. Right shoulder rolls back. Try and ground down now through that right heel. Try and reach a little bit further. Notice there should be some freedom in the shoulders. Inhale as you come up to warrior two. Palms rotate down. Exhale, sink. Sink into the legs and reach into the hands. Perfect mirror images of one another, radiating out from your heart with very little effort. And then from here, take that left hand, reach the left hand down to the instep of the left foot. Right hand is stacking, bent triangle, stacked wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Shoulder blades are melting onto the back and sweeping away from the spine. Now again, stroking the hand, reach it forward, find side angle pose, palm and armpit turn down. On the exhale, the hand drops and reaches back. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale, drop it down. Slow, steady movements. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. And then pause at side angle pose. Exhale. Try and draw the right shoulder blade back away from the ear. Line your neck with the rest of your spine. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. As you exhale, spiral the hands to mat. Lift the right heel up. Left leg to sky. Once you find the left leg lifting again, stabilize through the chest. Keep it in downward dog position as you bend your left knee and start to turn the pelvis. If you need a little more encouragement in the chest, it's dropping the left armpit and shoulder, equalizing the pressure in the hands, flexing your left foot, and lifting the kneecap. Inhale to straighten the left leg, drop the hip down, exhale knee to chest. Inhale to your plank or one-legged. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. One full cycle of breath here. Exhale, let it go. Lift your heels high, look to your hands, and lightly step between your thumbs. Halfway lift. And as we exhale, return to your waterfall pose. Release, gathering the weight of your upper body, letting those shoulders soften and melt. From here, soft knees, let the hands drop, and reverse roll the spine all the way up to standing. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down. From here, take the feet a good hips distance apart. Place your hands onto your hips, bend the knees out over your toes, and lift your right knee nice and high. Cross at your inner thigh as high as you can, and sit down until your right toes can actually come back down and touch the floor. Use your hands on your hips to encourage the pelvis to drop lower. Squeeze the inner thighs and use that strength to navigate the pelvic girdle towards the front of the room. Draw the tailbone under so that your hips are square to the front line of your mat. Now you can stay with your foot grounded on the floor or choose to tuck it behind your ankle. If you do this, be aware the pelvis likes to turn to the left. So again, align it back to the center. Tailbone tucks. Hands reach out in front of you. Shoulders are soft. They know how to be soft and passive now. Lift the left hand up. Cross higher than your elbows and bend your elbows. Right fingers towards your left palm. Garidasana or eagle pose. On the next inhale, let's take the fingers up. As you exhale, bring your elbows down. Do that one more time. Fingers up, inhale. Elbows down, exhale. Then on the next inhale, float your right knee up, fingers up. Step your right foot back with conviction, land on your toes, exhale. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale your hips down. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, hips down. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Now imagine you have wings like that eagle. Separate your arms. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale to plank or one-legged. Exhale, float through your vinyasa like a wave coming up and then rolling back to join the ocean. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands forward, fly all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands beside your hips. Separate the feet again, hips distance apart. Soften the knees. Relax the shoulders. Lift your left knee high. Cross it over. High on your inner thigh. Touch the left toes down. Little rotation of the pelvis, tucking the tailbone under. Keep yourself nice and low. Maybe tuck the left toes with awareness of the hips. Hands reach out in front of the chest. Sink a bit lower. Lift the right hand. Cross at the elbows. Bend at the elbows. Lift the fingers. Left fingers, right palm. Inhale, try and take the fingers up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale again, lift up. Exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, left knee lifts up, fingers up. Exhale, step back with conviction. Find the toes of the left foot. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, sink into your hips. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale into your foundation. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Like you have those wings again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Plank or one-legged plank. The choice is yours. Exhale, chaturanga. So are the repercussions of your choices. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One full cycle of breath here. Exhale until you're empty. Inhale, high plank. Now full exploration of the shoulders. Exhale to Vashisthasana. First on the right hand side. Outer edge of the right foot, left foot stacks. So I'll do a few demonstrations of options. If you need to modify this pose, bring your left foot in front. Use your toes, not your full foot. Use both legs and your obliques, your right side waist, and lift your left hand. Stack yourself wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. And the intention is to separate the shoulder blades away from the spine so you're not colliding with your shoulder blade and your spine. You don't want compression here. If you'd like to go further, bring your left foot onto your right leg. Lift your hips and shift your left hip forward, left shoulder forward, so that you're not rotating open to the sky, but you're actually stacking wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Now maintain the space. If you'd like to go for that final option, lift the left leg, parallel to the floor. Now everyone, return all hands and feet to the mat. Smile in high plank. Grateful to have 4 on the floor. Exhale, Vashisthasana, left side. Again, modify by bringing the right foot in front, taking the right hand up to the sky, wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist. Rather than dropping down into the shoulder, radiate away from it. Take the right leg and stack it if that's available to you. Shift the hip and shoulder forward. Stay here. Breathe. Smile. or lift the right leg. Right hand and foot come back down. Smile and plank. As you exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Hips to the heels. And palms rotate up. Slow, steady, even breathing. Let your forehead drop. Very slowly, start to reverse roll the spine up. Drag your hands onto your thighs. Loop the shoulders up, back, and down. Now that we're sitting in hero's pose for a moment, we're going to open up that area at the back of the shoulder blades, coming into rabbit pose. So you'll be bringing the fingers forward so that you have the opportunity to hook your 10 toes. Holding on to the outer edges of your feet so you can use your strong arms. Begin to round the spine. Plant your forehead against your knees, or as close as you can get, and the crown of your head to the mat. Once you've connected, start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, but don't let go of the grip against the outer edge of the feet. Keep lifting the hips and pushing the hips forward, and let the shoulders part. Let the area at the back of your heart broaden and breathe into the connective tissue. From here, bend the elbows, bring the sit bones down onto the heels, lift the head, and sit down onto the heels again. This time we've got our toes hooked. That sensation is a little bit stronger, but incredibly beneficial to the bottom of the feet. Try and steady your gaze and steady your breath. From here, let's slide the hands forward, coming into tabletop position. We're going to cross the ankles, rock back over your heels. Bring your feet out in front, extending the legs, drawing your toenails up towards the sky and in towards your shins, lifting through the crown of your head. On that next inhale, reach both hands up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips and bring your belly down. Coming into a seated variation of our forward fold. Inhale to come halfway up. Grab anywhere now along your legs. This can be your shins, your ankles, your feet, or your toes. As you exhale, bend your elbows towards the floor and try and hold yourself on your own point of resistance. The intention is to lift the heels and reach them forward, to lift the sit bones and to reach them backward. With that next inhale, lift the spine up. As you do this, bring your right knee in with you. As you bring the right knee in with you, take your left hand to the outer edge of your right foot, crossing your forearm over your shin. And then take your right hand up to the sky as you inhale. Reach it towards the wall behind you as you exhale. Turn your chest to face your right knee. Flare into the right fingertips. Lift a little bit higher by rooting into the sit bone and lifting through the crown. Stay in this variation or go deeper by lifting your right foot off the floor. And then kicking your right foot into your left hand, the leg will work straight-ish to your variation of straight. Both sit bones keep anchoring. The navel draws into the spine and lifts, helping you broaden through the chest and rotate. Take your gaze towards your back thumb, chin slightly in towards your throat. From here, soften the right knee. Let the left hand reach up to the sky, right hand joins it. Lean back into the tailbone, float that left knee up, and try and take your toes as high as you can into your high boat. Now slowly and without a sound, exhale, bring your heels back down to the floor. Inhale to reach the fingertips up, tucking your chin. Exhale to reach the hands forward, hinging at your hips. Go back to the same place that you gripped before. Inhale, halfway lift, tucking your chin to your throat. Exhale, encourage the shoulder girdle to help you go deeper into your hamstrings. A little stability and strength from the arms and shoulders helps hold you on that point of resistance. so you can breathe into tension and surrender tension. And with your next inhale, begin to roll the spine back up. As you do, bring your left foot in this time, lining your toenails up with your right kneecap. Right hand is going to weave across the front of the shin, holding onto the outer edge of the foot. Sit nice and tall, reach your left hand up, inhale. And then reach the left hand back, exhale. Turn the palm in the same direction as your heart. And then when you're ready, start to float that left foot. You can stay here with the knee bent, or you can push the foot forward into the hand, creating traction, which helps you maintain balance. And it's the lift through the navel, the strengthening, lifting up that gives you length in the spine. Deeper rotation as you look back towards your left thumb and tuck the chin slightly in. From here, soften the left knee first. Bring your gaze forward. Float the right and left hand up, turning the chest to the front of the mat. Bring your right knee up to join the left, and again, inhale, lift to your high boat. As you exhale, lower the heels. As you lower your heels, bring your hands beside your hips. With your hands beside your hips, come onto flat palms. Keep your feet flexed, bend your knees, and come up into reverse tabletop position. Another shoulder opener, take the shoulders in towards the spine. Lift up through the chest, feel your arms as they radiate from the shoulders down into the heel of the hand. Now keep your hands planted as you move your hips towards your heels. Keep your hands planted as you drop your hips at your heels. Keep your hands planted as you push into the palm, lift the chest, and feel that radiating sensation from your heart straight into your fingertips. Stay there, and then slowly float the feet when you're ready. Come onto your fingertips, swing the hands forward, loop the shoulders onto the back. Next inhale, the hands float up. As you exhale, turn the chest to face the left side of the room, right hand reaching for your feet, left hand to the wall behind you. Inhale up to center. Same thing now, turning the chest to the right, left hand to the feet, right hand behind you. Inhale back up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale, drop the feet. Bring the hands onto the knees. Sit nice and tall on the inhale. As you exhale, start to roll down onto the spine. So bringing yourself flat onto your back. Bring your knees in with you. When you find yourself on the back of the heart, back of the shoulders, take your knees and gently rock the knees side to side, just connecting with the lower lumbar spine. With your lower lumbar spine connected firmly to the floor, let's take both legs straight up towards the sky, flexing your feet still. Plant the shoulder girdle. Feel the shoulder blades come onto the back, broadening through the chest, tucking the chin. Feel your ribs sink and connect with the floor. Try and keep your rib cage moving down as you lower your heels towards the front of your mat. Pause for a moment. Inhale, come back up. Again, exhale, lower a little bit further. Inhale to lift. Third and final time, exhale. Until you're shaking with joy. Inhale back up. Exhale to bend your knees. Plant your feet on the floor with your heels close to but not touching your sit bones. Bring your feet close enough together that you can push your big toes together and plug down into the big toe mound. Bring your elbows into your rib cage. Push them down into the floor. Point your palms to face one another like you're holding on to that same imaginary beach ball. Fingers are flared and pointing up to the sky. Now push into your big toes, tuck your tail, push into your elbows as you start to lift up. As you begin to lift up, lift with the hips using the legs, lift with the chest using your shoulders. Allow your gaze to stay locked on the ceiling above you as you move your heart towards your chin, bow your chin towards your heart, push more into your elbows, and feel that wonderful stretch at the base of the spine. As you exhale, roll the spine back down, fanning it from top to bottom. Find the back of the hips, let your knees tick-tock side to side. So that was round one. We have 2 more back bends to go, exploring a little freedom in our shoulders in the back bending series. So you can do that variation 1 again, or you can move on from there into variation 2. On the next inhale, let's again plug into the big toes, lift the pelvis up, push into the elbows, take your heart in towards your chin in towards your heart. Push into the elbows more. Now variation 2, straighten your arms. Take the sharp edge of your hand into the floor and push into your pinky. Use your entire arm now to take your heart higher, knees together, hips higher. And exhale, fan the spine down top to bottom. When your pelvis is resting on the floor, again, tick-tock the knees side to side. So you can go again into either of those variations. Third variation will be full wheel. Starting with your elbows bent. Place your feet where they should be. On that next inhale, plug into the big toes. Lift up with the hips. Push into the elbows. Lift up with the chest. Gaze towards the sky. Stay here or straighten your arms. Stay here or bring your fingertips in line with your earlobes. 1 pump. Come on top of your head. Adjust if you need to. Keep pushing into your big toes. Inhale to come all the way up, working your arms and legs straightish. Feel the shoulders broad, open. Feel your heart open. Make sure you're breathing. Hold your back bend for another 2 full cycles of breath, as smooth as they can be. And then to come down, start at the top of your spine and roll it all the way down to the mat. As that's the last of the back bends, we can now bring the knees into the chest, put a little pressure down onto the hands, and rock side to side. Slow, steady, even breathing. From here, we're going to release that left leg nice and long. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Flex both feet. Grab hold of your right knee with your left hand and pull that leg across the body. Got a nice relaxing restorative twist here. Take your right hand, reach it up towards the sky, flare your fingers, and then reach the hand out so you're creating traction and a twist at the same time. Reach into the fingertips as you attempt to lay your right earlobe and shoulder blade down on the mat. Bring yourself slowly back to center, bringing that right knee up. Bring the left knee up. Again, rock side to side. Release your right leg nice and long. Pull the left knee in. Grab hold of your left knee. Drag it all the way across the body. As you bring that knee down onto the floor, take your left hand to the sky. As you do that, reach the hand out, creating traction as you twist. From here, slowly bring the left knee back into center. Bring your right knee back in as well. Bring the bottom of the feet to face one another. Reach your hands around the outer edges, coming into a reclined cobbler pose. Feel traction again at the top of the shoulders. Plant down through the base of the spine, lower lumbar spine, even the back of your sacrum. And as you ground through the back of the sacrum, part the knees wider. Push the feet together. Stay there. If you'd like to go deeper in this, bend your elbows and move your forehead towards your toes. Very slowly re-release onto the back of the shoulders. Keep the bottom of the feet together and release them in this fashion down to the floor. Take your hands up As you reach the fingertips towards the sky, interlace your fingers. Take your head up and slide the interlace at the base of your neck. And then gently drag your head away from the shoulders, lengthening your neck, creating some traction here, and then releasing onto the knuckles. When your knuckles touch, let your elbows fall to the side. Take a big long inhale. Exhale, close your eyes. Try and relax now in the pelvic and shoulder girdle at the same time, releasing the shoulders and the hips. Let gravity actually work for you here, holding you in this position of release. Very slowly, let's bring the bottom of the feet flat down, knees towards one another. Lifting the head slightly so you can release the hands out. Stretch your arms alongside your body. Move slowly with care and with intention as you extend the left leg exactly where it is you'd like to place it. Let the toes fall out. Do the same thing with the right. Find length and release. Pushing gently now into the back of your head. One last adjustment of the shoulders, space at the back of our heart. Pushing into the back of your head, let your chest float. Let the shoulder blades come away from one another and then re-release onto the soft back of your heart. Let everything melt down and out. Coming into a place of rest at Shavasana. Allowing all of the work that you've done in your shoulders to imprint itself here. As you eventually come to a place of rest, the end of this practice, allow yourself to soften at the heart. Soften at the back of your heart. Soften straight through the center and out through the front. As your shoulders melt down, the guardians of the heart chakra, allow that light that you hold inside to radiate through you, to warm and illuminate each and every cell in your being. Stay in this place of soft light as long as you can, as long as you need to. As your practice does eventually come to an end for today, allow your hands to come together at your heart, to acknowledge the divine light that you hold inside of yourself, and that same light that shines out from everyone else who surrounds you. Namaste.